At my fiance's company celebration party, everyone was cheering. Seraphine smiled and kissed her male colleague, Darian, for 3 seconds. Everyone stared at me without blinking. At that moment, I became the clown of the party. Darian licked his lips as if he wasn't done. His eyes looked at me with a hint of challenge. Then, he pointed at the 10-carat diamond ring I gave to Seraphine and mocked, "You gave this fake diamond to Ms. Vale? Even a dog would probably refuse it." The private room erupted in laughter. Seraphine said calmly, "Cade, stick to what's within your means. Don't bring rings like this to me in the future." At that moment, a cheerful young girl passed by the door of the private room, and I gave the big diamond ring to her. "Are you really giving it to me? You're so powerful. Can I give you a kiss?" I never expected the cheerful girl to be so enthusiastic. She didn't care whether the diamond was real or fake. Her face was full of a happy smile. Then she planted a big kiss on my cheek. I was stunned for a moment. "Does it look good on me?" She linked her arm with mine and lifted the hand wearing the ring to show me. "You don't suspect it's fake?" I asked, a bit puzzled. "I don't care if it's real or not," she said. "It's fine as long as it looks good. Look how it sparkles." Her words touched something in my heart. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Seraphine's face darken. Thinking of how she and Darian had deliberately tried to embarrass me, I asked the cheerful girl, "Do you have a boyfriend?" "No, I'm single. What do you think of me?" She looked me up and down. "A bit older, but you're pretty handsome. How about I be your boyfriend?" "Sure," she agreed without hesitation, then lifted her head and gently pecked me on the lips. Seraphine suddenly smashed her wine glass on the floor in anger. The cheerful girl was startled. I put my arm around her shoulders and said, "It's okay. Don't be afraid." She nodded. "As long as you're here, I'm not afraid." Seraphine's face was as dark as the bottom of a pot. "Cade, what do you mean by this? Don't forget, I'm your fiancé. Are you trying to embarrass me in front of everyone on purpose?" I glanced at her and shrugged. "You can kiss your good buddy, but I can't kiss someone else?" Seraphine let out a cold snort. "Darian worked day and night to win that project. He's the biggest contributor to this celebration." When I heard that, I smiled. "So just because he won the project, you have to kiss him? Then what if he wins an even bigger project in the future? Are you going to sleep with him too?" The moment I said this, Seraphine trembled with anger. All the employees in the company widened their eyes at me. No one expected that I, who had always obeyed Seraphine without question, would dare to say something like this in public today. At that moment, Darian stepped forward and shouted at me angrily, "Cade, who do you think Ms. Vale is? I'm giving you one chance. Apologize to her immediately. Otherwise, don't blame me for being harsh with you." I glanced at Darian and gave a cold smile. "What are you even? You're nothing but a lapdog, wagging your tail and begging behind her. Do you really think you're some kind of prize on a plate?" Darian froze for a moment, then his face turned bright red. In Seraphine's company, his status was second only to hers. For me to call him a lapdog in public was the same as stepping on him and humiliating him. As a man, especially in front of the woman he cared about, how could he possibly swallow that insult? I saw him snatch a beer bottle from the table. With a vicious look on his face, he started walking toward me. I was about to move the cheerful girl behind me. After all, this was between Darian and me. She was innocent, and I didn't want her to get hurt by accident. But before I could do anything, the cheerful girl suddenly stepped forward and blocked me with her body. "Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you dare to hit my boyfriend, I'll call a bunch of my buddies to deal with you." I stared blankly at the girl standing protectively in front of me. After all, when I said I'd be her boyfriend, there was some spite to it, but I didn't expect her to be so brave. She showed no fear facing danger. Wasn't that a lot better than Seraphine, who made me look like a clown? Darian stopped. He stared at me with cold eyes and gritted his teeth. "Cade, if you're a man, then step out and fight me one-on-one. What kind of man hides behind a little girl?" I moved my mouth to say something. The cheerful girl took another step forward and shouted at Darian, "If you want to hit my boyfriend, you'll have to step over me first."